Welcome to Donnie Jones Live. I am your certified arborist, Donnie the Tree Lady.
And I am that guy, Marty McFly.
Fly.
Fly, fly, fly.
Wasn't that used to song by Fly Like an Eagle?
Are you telling your age?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm proud of my age, baby.
I was thinking of was 3 6 Mafia. I'm fly.
See, I don't even know who.
I forgot you on the other side of the track too. That's right.
You ain't that
listen to
far
country.
behind me. Yes, I do. Actually,
Yeah, I ain't never listened to
love country music.
Just-
I went to a concert a few weeks ago with Florida Georgia Line. It was so good. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It was so. And Dan and Shay was there, and I got a chance to meet them. It was like the meet and greet. Yeah, Dan and Shay. Shameless.
I ain't got no.
Whatever.
Anyway, how was your week, Donnie? Well, I guess you telling me about it.
That's what
Speechless.
it was. Yeah. Whatever.
So, I don't know. Is that a song
it was
or
so
another
good.
group? Honestly, I don't know.
Okay, welcome to Donnie Jones Live, where we try to entertain you by talking about our life in a unconventional way.
And really this week I've had a true life lesson. I can say I'm blessed and highly favored this week.
You are blessed and highly favored.
Just one of those, when you really see your life flash in front of you.
And you literally saw your life flash in front of you. I really did.
And I'll tell you exactly what happened. This is, It was just ironic. The other day, me and my wife were actually going to a computer store, getting off the highway. Believe it or not, we was trying to go to the weight room, but there was too many people there.
The what?
We was going to go work out first, but there was too many people there, and I didn't want people looking at me laughing. So we just said we just go to the computer store.
Between him and his wife, they weigh less than 200 pounds.
Right, really. So
added together.
Yep. So we work out like at 1 o'clock in the morning. Ain't nobody there. But we were driving down 20 and getting off the highway, and it's like a long line. And before I knew it, we sitting there having a conversation, and bam, somebody plowed right into the back of my new truck.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously.
And you literally just got that truck.
I just made the third payment yesterday. What was the day before yesterday?
Yeah.
And I'm mad because it wasn't even due until next week. I could have saved that.
But you know what's so cool about that?
What?
It's awesome because we always talking about, building our businesses, paying off debt and taking things to the next level. I'm proud of you that you were you're in a position where you paid stuff early.
Because I don't know if I'm gonna get another check anytime soon. So it's like, let me go ahead and pay it while I got it.
What you trying to say?
I don't know when I'm getting another check anytime soon. So let me pay it while I got it and then move on. But
he will be getting a check from me. So, but from Vast Productions, which by the way,
yes, Vast Production, the production side of what we do.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I moved my cameras out of the truck, too. That's why I'm thankful. I'm thankful because I just literally moved some production cameras because we just did some taping last week. And sometimes, I shouldn't say this, but sometimes I keep my cameras in the back of the car. I get it later.
Please don't say that because now people going to be following you.
They'll be following me and stuff like that. But I had just pulled them out, put them in the house, and we went. And, the blessing is we walked out of there.
Yeah.
Walked out. My wife, soreness for right now, and we're praying, but you know how injuries happen. You never know what's going to be the long-term thing.
Right.
But
we're going to pray that there is no long-term ramifications for your injuries.
Yes.
And for your wife's injuries. And I'm just thankful to God that you're okay. But I remember when you called me with that, it was actually, you blessed me. Because you had called me several times, and every time I went to answer the phone, somebody called me, and they were calling me with crazy stuff, and then I had to take care of this, and then something else going on with a piece of equipment. So in my mind, I was going to this, and I talk about the power of positive thinking and all that kind of stuff, but even the most positive person gets into a phase where they're like, this is some, some BS, some Bible study.
God used to cuss like a sailor when he got mad.
This is some, right? So I was feeling all of that. So finally, we got in contact with each other in the evening. Well, this has happened to you at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Right, in the morning.
And so I answered the phone with you like, yeah, what's up? What's going on? And you were like, whoa, are you okay? Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, just having one of those kind of days. And he's like, and you said, have you looked at my text yet? My messages yet? And I was like, no. And so I was sitting at a stoplight. I opened it up and I was like, oh my gosh. In that moment, my whole mentality changed. Yeah. I was thankful. I was like, okay, I've had a great day. Because if you guys would have seen the condition of his car and the fact that he's still alive, it really set my mind at ease. I was like, you know what? I'm thankful that Marty is still here.
Man.
And whatever little problems I thought I had are nothing compared to
you know, everything else at that moment in time, everything else wasn't that serious.
Yeah,
I had a doctor's appointment, 2 hours later, it's like, hey, I ain't gonna make it. It's gonna be okay.
Absolutely.
Everything else, I had a meeting later on that night, I ain't gonna make it. I'm just happy.
Yeah.
That, and I'm still praying for the other lady too.
How is she?
I don't know. Nah. I'm saying, not like that. I'm saying, they took us to the hospital, and it's not like I was going to run around the hospital like, hey, did you get...
No, I know what you meant.
Yeah, but...
I meant like, did she hurt herself in the accident really bad?
They took her to the... I'm assuming. I'm serious, and I'm not trying to be funny about it, but when she hit us so far up the highway that I was like, I ain't walking that far back. I'm not going to walk back there, to see, because there was some other people getting out the car and all that kind of stuff. But what's amazing about this?
What's that?
I never knew this. Never thought about this. Never happened to me before.
What's that?
But if you get a DUI, it's very hard to find a good attorney or just find an attorney, period. But if you get into a car accident, they find you quickly. I'm saying, do you know they've
Marty,
offered
I didn't
to pay
know where
me?
you were going.
I'm serious. I got a call this morning. This dude was offering to pay me to let him represent me. I'm like, really? And I don't even know how he got my number.
Once you have an accident, it goes into a database.
How about this?
What's that?
This? And I'm gonna show you love too, lady. But I ain't gonna say your name though. We was in the emergency room.
Right.
And the nurse was like, hey, I got an attorney. Let me get your number. I'm gonna have him call. I got a good one for you. You don't worry about it. I'm like, you in on it too?
Yeah. It's crazy.
2 of them called me and already had to set up a chiropractor, for me for this evening. Like, really?
Wow. Yeah.
Let's see. Back in the day when
they're called ambulance chasers for a reason. They're called ambulance chasers for a reason. But your name goes into a database. And yeah, but the same thing with reality TV shows. Huh? I was, trying to take care of some business and somebody didn't do what they were supposed to do. And so I was suing them. I started getting letters from reality shows telling me that they wanted, like those Judge Judy shows and Judge whatever. Well, it wasn't Judge Judy. It was like all those. It
was a knockoff
shows. It was like one of those knockoff shows. And so I got like 8 or 9, of those little, things in the mail asking me to settle my case.
Why do you do it?
I don't want to be on TV for something like that. I've almost got it.
Yeah, other people are. You know what? And actually, you might want to address that because that's a part of entrepreneurship here in Atlanta. And
should we talk about that now on the 3rd segment?
Let's do that because we ain't got enough time to get into it. But we can
gonna get into it though.
Because if any of y'all been watching the news lately here in the Atlanta
specifically
area,
Fox 5.
Fox 5. Y'all might have saw an interesting story about a tree service.
Yeah, and it was not mine, but the name is close enough to where y'all might have thought it was me.
It looked like hers.
It smelled like hers, but it wasn't mine. So this is one of those. It might walk like a duck and talk like a duck, but it wasn't a duck. So.
Yeah, So we gonna highlight that because that's a tough, That's an interesting situation. You can write a book on that one.
There is a chapter in my book, From Failure to Fabulous, where I actually talk about working in my business, and then I had a family member that basically stole from me. And did
they steal? Or it was one of those things that you was paying them to work on the clock and they really wasn't working, or did they actually go into your pocket and pull money out? I'm saying, in the drawers.
Should I be specific?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah. Stole from me, meaning stealing money.
Okay.
Stole equipment. Stole my database.
Oh, that's right. They got the
payroll theft, meaning you're working. You're not working, but you're getting paid for it.
This is so funny because
fraudulent checks.
This is really, really the coming to America scene.
Yeah,
it really, like they got McDonald's, we got McDowell's.
Yeah.
They have the golden arches, we have the golden arch.
Exactly. It's definitely one of those situations. So when I say steal, yes, but here's the thing that I want. We'll get into that story, but I will say this. Mm-hmm. This stuff that hit the news, this person got arrested, and they're dealing with some serious issues. They're out now because, you get a bond and stuff like that.
Did you pay the bond? Did you help them out?
Marty, I'm trying to be super spiritual, and you totally messing up my spirituality right now.
Others as you want others are doing to you.
No, I'm trying to be super spiritual because I don't wish, if anybody out there knows exactly specifically the person we're talking about, I don't wish any ill will on this person. Right. In fact, I'm praying, and I mean seriously in prayer, because I want God to touch their heart so they'll stop doing what they're doing and let God heal whatever hurt. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of stuff in our family that I think that happened, that she's never healed from, which is why she's doing what she's doing. And so my goal is to not put somebody down or to make somebody look worse than they already do, because I've been through stuff before, and I ain't never done no stuff like this. But
you ain't been caught.
No, never.
I'm just playing.
I have never taken a customer's money and not done the work ever.
Have I done that? No.
No, you ain't never done that.
I've never done that. I'm trying to think. I'm saying certain things that I've done in it before I was a minister. I'm just saying you had to get by in school. Sometimes you had to do what you had to do. I'm just saying, just really, I'm saying if you're hungry and you steal a piece of chicken, are you a real thief, or you just had to do what you had to do?
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah,
I'm just saying, don't judge me. I had to bite the pillow a few times.
I hate it when you say that, because I get a visual. Mm-hmm. So don't use that story no more, because it gives me a visual.
I get a flashback. Hey, I needed those books for school. Anyway, if you got a comment about Doni Jones or anything that really happened. Hey. Okay. You can call us at 1-888-349-DONI. That's DONI.
1-888-349-DONI.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Doni Jones Live. I am Doni, the tree lady. Y'all need to see what goes on behind the scenes.
One day we might start, Facebook and what goes on.
We're supposed to be doing that anyway.
Anyway, but we want to get back to your story, because this is something that hit Fox 5 News here in Atlanta.
It is,
and I haven't got my wife don't bring up too much stuff that we do on this show, because I don't want her to listen a whole lot of times.
Why don't you want her to listen?
Because you hear what we talk about and what I be saying
I do hear what we talk about.
But she actually brought it to me and was like, "Hey, is this the lady you work with? Is Doni?"
You're like,
is
hell no,
and I was like,
no,
that's well, see, let me tell you the whole story, but I don't want to tell it on radio. You can tell it, because it's a little bit more passionate to you.
It's a little bit more passionate. Right. Okay. I am going to basically tell the story. Mm-hmm. Okay. What had happened was I had a relative that used to work for me. And I don't talk about this
wasn't
a lot.
Distant relative.
No, it's a close relative. Mm-hmm. I don't talk about this a lot because I feel like when you go through things in life, once you've learned your lesson and you moved on, it doesn't help anybody in the situation to keep bringing it up, especially if somebody else is still going through their stuff. And this person was still going through their stuff, even though I've moved on. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because my almost name has been out in the media. So what had happened was I have a relative that has a tree care company here in Atlanta. And they basically were taking money from customers and not doing the work or not finishing the work.
Right.
And I don't mean like waiting a year, a month or two. I'm talking about people that were 6, 7, 8, 9 months, 10 months, a year, 2 years, where she'd take people money, not do the work, and basically was scamming people. And so Dale Cardwell got a hold of this, ran a story about it. The person kept doing it.
Right.
Okay.
And Dale is one of those guys that does the investigation reports.
Investigative reporting.
Like if somebody's doing fraudulent,
absolutely,
work, he does that little, the spy camera and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what he did. He did the spy camera, but the person still kept doing it. And then
funny.
The police.
The last one, he was chasing her, and he's like, I don't want to talk. Y'all put this on TV. I didn't give y'all authorization to use my face. Like, we just want to talk to you. That was funny. Caught off guard.
Y'all got to see Marty.
Hair wasn't done. She trying to run. She in somebody's backyard trying to run like a little chicken. I'm just saying, you got me on Facebook.
I do got you on Facebook.
I'm sorry. Finish the story,
So,
though.
anywho, so basically what happened was...
You got 3, 4, 5 cameras in
we
here.
do. I know, and I'm messing up this so bad. I can't keep it up. Exactly. That's what she said. So, basically what happened was the police got a hold of this story, this information, and people started going to the police and reporting this person. And the reason why I feel that it's necessary for me to say something is because the name of the company is so similar to mine. And the other thing is this, in Atlanta, it ain't like there's a whole lot of black women running around running tree services. Yeah. So as soon as somebody says that there's a black lady on the news, running a tree service and taking people money, they automatically think it's me.
Especially
and I'm
when
like,
the company
hell no, that is not
tree,
exactly. But it's not Don's Tree Service.
Right.
So
with Don's Tree.
Would you stop and let me finish the story? Okay. So basically what happened was the police got involved, and then there's a gentleman named Randy Travis with Fox 5 News. He's an investigative reporter. So he got involved and did a story on her. She got arrested. She's, from what I understand, she's out. I don't talk to her, so I don't know. But what has happened is that there has been such an overwhelming outpouring of support for me. Like customers have come out of the blue calling their neighbors saying, hey, that is not Doni the tree lady. And so then they're calling me going, hey, Doni, I just called my neighbors and told them that wasn't you because I referred you to people. I didn't want them thinking that was you. So we've actually gotten business because people are calling going, hey, I know you're not that lady. Would you come look at my tree? But that's not what this is about. I really want to speak to people and say that, if you're going through a tough time or you've had a family member do something really horrible to you or you've, your name has been slandered, because even though it's the name of a different company, it's close enough to my name that people think it's me. So my name is being slandered.
Pizza Hut.
Do
Pizza
not.
Nut.
Yeah, exactly. So my thing is this, guys, if you're going through something right now and it's out of your control, put it in God's hands. Honestly, put it in God's hands because he'll do it. He really will. He will get the situation taken care of. It may not be in the time that you want it done, but he really will. People go, why don't you sue her? Why don't you this? Why? I was like, why would I take my energy? Yes, why would be, well, because the name is so similar and because this person's
the color,
out there doing everything, right? But you know what?
Even the news.
Yeah, even the news people,
got it wrong.
Oh my gosh!
And that was a big thing. They put your logo and everything up there because it was so similar. Unless you read
Randy Travis did the story on her. He calls me and I was like, listen, I don't want to be involved in this. I just, I'm not that situation or anything like that. He runs the story. He's saying the person's name. He's saying the person's name. He's saying the name of the company. But their graphics person puts my name up there, my company name out there. So I, of course, called him. Was like, listen, y'all need to fix that. So they fixed it, and I appreciate it. But going back to the lesson in this, don't be happy for somebody else's downfall. Don't be happy for somebody else's downfall. Yeah. Just do the best that you can where you're at and keep moving on. Don't worry about what other people are doing, whether they're saying bad stuff about you or whether they're in a situation where they're slandering your name. The truth will come out. The truth will always come out. And so my goal with sharing this video is to hopefully let you guys know the truth. Hey, I wouldn't do no stuff like that, but also to show you that I have to learn the lesson that let it go. I learned a long time ago, if you let go and let God, he will show up and show out in bigger and better ways than you could ever hope and think. And pray for your enemies. Pray for people that are doing you wrong. Pray for people that are slandering your name. But that don't mean you got to have them in your life. So,
I agree with you on most of that.
What do you mean?
I agree on, to say that I'm not going to rejoice in somebody else's downfall when my wife's boyfriend got locked up. I was happy. I'm sorry. And to say I pray for him, I pray that he stay in there for a long time. I pray that I pray that his manhood get tested in there. I'm serious. I'm going to pray for all of that stuff, because, I know God going to work it out, but still.
So your ex's boyfriend got arrested?
That's why I told you a little while ago, I don't even ask her to watch the show because we don't talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we getting a little bit too much into the personal stuff. Cool. But you guys, I'm Doni, the tree lady, on our show today. We're talking about learning a lesson from challenging things that happen in our life.
Challenging situations.
And challenging situations. Yeah. And for those of you guys that don't know about our show, this is Doni Jones Live. We are on YouTube. We're what else? Facebook, all of that.
All of the other kind of stuff.
There's some other stations around the country and stuff, and we're working on that. But I just wanted to share a little bit with you.
Oh, I just realized you was doing that for just face. We on
I know we are
here, and
I know we are. Don't worry about it. You know
did
what?
you push record this time?
Oh, I did. I pushed finish, and then I don't think I shared it.
Yeah, but anyway, that's actually one of those very interesting situations. I'm saying to have a close family member to backstab you in a sense like that, and you to try to take the higher road.
But you know, Marty, I have to take the higher road because I went through the period in my life where I used to be mad about it and angry about it, and I wanted to fight about it and stuff like that. That doesn't help anybody. And not only that, I'm grown.
You feel better though.
No, it doesn't. I'm grown. I got 2 kids. I have an amazing husband. You know, I'm building this thing with you.
If you heard that woman got beat down, you wouldn't just be like, "What's she gonna get?"
Why do you do this to me? Why are you going to do this to me?
If you heard that one of those clients that she owed money to caught up with her and, put some paws on her, being honest, would you be like, well, that's what she get?
Marty,
would you be like,
I can't.
Let me pray for her that she gets so,
Marty, I just did this whole thing about blessing your enemies and not holding a grudge and stuff. And
no, I didn't say you hold a grudge. Okay. I just said, do you just give a little...
Okay, the human side of me would be like, okay,
what other side do you got?
But okay, the spiritual side of me would be like, I hope she's got good medical insurance.
That's the good side. I hope you hope you can afford it. Yeah,
Marty,
you wrong for that.
Marty, have you ever had somebody do you wrong in your life?
A couple of them.
And do you pray for them, or are you happy when they do? The ill comes to them?
I look in the obituary to see if they died yet. Every week. Sometimes I text them, "You die yet? You ain't." Shoot. Yeah.
You're a pastor.
I know.
You're a pastor.
They don't go to my church though. So,
Marty.
What?
Marty.
Certain people I'm not meant to pastor.
Okay, we literally just did a radio show, where we talked about, in fact, you were the advocate for forgiveness, and for turning the other cheek, and all of that. And now you're sitting up here saying that you should relish.
I can turn the other cheek and laugh at you. I ain't gotta laugh in your face. I'm just certain things I do forgiveness and all that kind of stuff. Right. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy when
we'll put it like this.
Somebody that I still pray for you. So I can
make something good out of this. I do forgive the person, but I choose not to have them in my life. So I think that's a healthy thing. You know, you forgive them, but that does not mean they have to be in your life anymore.
I understand that. I'm asking, would you be happy if you heard somebody put their paws on
I thought we passed this already.
Because I'd be happy for you.
Let me say this. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. However,
you don't want to see
if somebody put
that's different. I heard you got knocked though.
I think this is supposed to be a positive show.
It is positive. It's real positive.
If I heard that somebody got hurt, this person got hurt, there is a part of me that was like, well, they deserved it. But at the same token, I have to step back and go, what if we all got what was coming to us? None of us would be alive. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that.
There was times I couldn't handle my business properly, and I didn't pay a vendor or something, but I fixed it and stuff like that.
I think God has a way of teaching.
I ain't never stole from nobody though.
I think He has a way of teaching everybody that lesson. Lesson that, you do this is going to come back and bite you, So anyway, but we'll talk about that on the other side real quick.
Yes, we will talk about that on the other side, because I'm trying to get out of this, and I'm having a hard time. It's like you got me in a clutch or something.
Okay, whatever. We'll talk about it on the other side. You're listening to Donnie Jones Live with Donnie Jones and Marty McFly.
Hey. Welcome back to Donnie Jones Live. I am Donnie the Tree Lady.
And I am that guy, Marty McFly.
Okay.
That's me, yes.
Now I'm going to answer you, because I was trying not to answer it honestly. Yes, there's a part of me that would be super duper happy if something evil, bad, horrible happened to her. However, I know as a woman of faith that I'm not supposed to feel like that. So I try to quell my spirit and go, let me pray for this person. Let me find the best in this person, and let me only wish her goodwill. So I am honestly, when I meditate and when I pray, I honestly pray and meditate and push out goodwill towards her.
Yeah. Well, and being honest, that's what you're supposed to do. I like to be real. You know, because some people always.
So the real would be yes.
The real would be like, yeah. There's no perfect person. Yes, I'm a minister and a pastor, but I'm still human. And I got those tendencies. Like if I see a grown man.
We know you got tendencies.
Yeah. But if I got a lot of tendencies. But I'm saying, no, if I see a grown man who molests a child, you going to say that I just love him still the same way?
No, not at all.
He need to get what
get what he deserves.
And I think God sent people in this world to get him.
I think so too.
Just being.
I do too. But we were talking about something off camera. How, this could have been a curse, but it's actually been a blessing because people are coming to my defense and they know it's not me or whatever.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, it made me think about Trump.
Huh?
And I know. Let me go with me here. I have always kind of wanted to shy away from bad publicity because I want to build a good name. I want to, grow the company or whatever. But I've had so many people going, hey, we knew that wasn't you. I'm telling all my friends that wasn't you. And, people that hadn't even thought about me in years, but we did good work for them are coming to my defense and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so people are now talking about me. I actually had a TV station reach out to me wanting to get my opinion about it. And I told them, listen, I wish her well. I don't want to be on camera saying anything negative about her, right? So just leave me alone. So I did.
Even though you're doing that, but that would have been
I'm not doing any. No,
it would have been good publicity for you.
It would have been good publicity. Well, I mean, I may interview with them, but here's a problem I have with interviewing them. We have control over this,
right?
If they catch me off guard and ask me a question about this, and I answer it the wrong way, and it's kind of scandalous or it sounds mean-spirited, they're going to play that and not play what I actually said. But going back to Trump, because we do talk about current events and politics and stuff, I really feel like even though I would like for somebody that's got some common sense and that cares about all people, regardless of your background and all that kind of stuff, I would like somebody else to get in and do well against him. It is going to be very hard because he understands marketing. And I heard a long time ago, even bad publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
So you got every candidate talking about Trump this, Trump that, Trump this, 45 this, 45 that. All they're doing is keeping his name in the consciousness of the voter.
Yeah.
And I really, yes, he's a horrible person. Yes, he's a nut job, but he's also, what they're not giving him credit for is he's a smart man. He's smart. He's not stupid. He knows how to get what he wants. So.
Okay.
He's not stupid, Marty. The guy. Why are you giving me that look? I don't like him. I don't support him. I don't believe in what he does. He's got absolutely horrible character. He's a diabolical, narcissistic liar. Okay, we got that.
Okay, yeah.
But he's smart.
I'm not gonna give him that credit.
Then why are you not gonna give him that credit?
Because it's like this. I don't know if he's doing it consciously. And that's the difference.
Even if he's doing it subconscious, this man is built.
That doesn't mean you smart if you're doing it by accident. If you do it now,
he has not built a dynasty for his family.
He has not. He has not really built a real dynasty in a sense. He's taken other people's money. He stole from other people. He's done things like that. And I guess you could say he is
Marty,
smart
there are
enough
people in his hotels right now that have jobs that work as front desk people, that work as cleaners, that works as managers and presidents and stuff, and vice presidents and supervisors in a business that exists.
Yeah, but most of the Trump towers, he don't even own. He just rents his name to be on top of them.
I do know that, but
and I guess,
but that's marketing.
That's marketing. That's what his father told him a long time ago. Market the name. Market the name.
And he did that.
And I give.
And
he
makes millions from that. Now, is he a legitimate billionaire? Well, maybe not, but I think he does make millions.
Yeah. He got more money than most the average person. Yeah.
So before you take my black card away, I do not support him. I'm saying, going back to my situation where even though that publicity was negative, it's causing people to talk about me to find out the truth. And there are going to be some people that hear that story and go, oh, well, I ain't doing business with her because they think it's true and they don't even dig a little bit deeper. But more people have been supportive.
You know what? I think you could have just really added some more fuel to the fire and would have got your name out there a little bit more like rappers.
What do you mean?
Like rappers would be like, look, I give whoever can snatch Jay-Z's chain off his neck, I give you $1,000. If you went out there and said, if somebody can rip her T-shirt off.
Oh, my God, dude, don't talk like that, Marty.
I'm saying,
Marty. Marty,
you know what? I know that
like
news. That news would have had you on Front Street. Everybody would have known Don's tree service and this show. That would have been great publicity.
Marty,
if you had to put it out there, they would, like you said, they would promote that. If you snatch a braid out her head,
she ain't got no hair.
Well, okay. If you snatch a twig,
she ain't got a twig.
If you get some of her beard, you know.
She ain't got a beard.
She do got.
No, she keeps her hair. She does.
It look like she had a little 5 o'clock shadow, but I don't know. But if you snatch your earring. How about that?
Okay, you can snatch your earring.
Okay, snatch your earring.
No, don't snatch your earring.
Snatch your earring. You know, they're right. But no, I'm not saying that because somebody do that. She be mad at you.
And that did not come from me. I wish her peace.
But how much would you pay out?
So what's going on in your life today, Marty? What else is going on?
No, I'm not even going. You know, I don't promote violence. I
know
really
you don't.
You know,
I know you don't.
I don't promote it, but if it happens to you and you deserve it, then God was just trying to teach you a nice little lesson.
Well, what's a lesson we could share with the people from a spiritual side, Marty?
Huh?
I'm trying to change. I'm trying to do a segue of some sort.
You know, right now I'm not in a spiritual mood, but you always want me to think of something spiritually. You just like pull it out my tail. Okay, you know what?
That wouldn't be spiritual if you pulled it out of there.
But I will say this because recently, like we started the show, I'm missing the whole tail of my car now. You know,
yeah.
I just ripped it all the way. But it makes me realize that after I was sitting on the side, you know, of the highway and everything, the craziest thing, that little song from, was it Sing? Yeah. Where they got this big gorilla at the piano and he's singing, I'm still standing.
I love that song, Elton John.
Yeah, I figured you would. So that just started staying in my head.
Whoa, back up.
What?
Back up. Huh? I would still what? I would what?
I figured you like Elton John's music.
I do.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
Marty.
What?
Why do you do that to me? I like country music.
Right.
I like Elton John, which is not country music. That's more pop. Okay. I like hip hop. Okay.
Okay.
I like R&B.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
I like the hippity hop.
No.
I like the R&B stuff. Yeah. Okay. So you made me almost forget really what I was talking about.
Good, because you need to. Here's what I want to say before you go on with that, because since I did ask you for your spiritual side.
I was scared you're going to come out.
We're going to talk about this on a whole show, but I'm going to put this out there. There are multiple dimensions to being African American. You don't have to act or be or only like certain things.
Yeah,
I like all kinds of stuff.
If you got to tell people, though. No,
because you keep coming at me sideways like that. These little snarky comments about me liking country music. And by the way, the base of country music is rhythm and blues. And rhythm and blues came from African people. Bam. Finish what you were saying.
Okay. So we'll get to that a little bit later, too.
As a musician, you should know that.
I know. That's why I said we're going to get into that a little bit later, too. Because they had drums in Africa. They didn't have guitars.
But there's a bass line.
They didn't have bass either in Africa. They had drums.
Okay.
But I'm Still Standing.
It's a great song.
Is a great song.
By Elton John.
That song stayed in my mind a lot because, it made me think about when you go through things.
Yes.
When you go through your divorce, when you go through your bankruptcy, when you go through your slander, on the other side of it, you can say, I'm still standing.
I love that. Yeah.
And it's like, even though you might go through some trials and tribulations, sometimes those trials and tribulations are just to strengthen you, to make you stand stronger on the other side. So like, even with this situation that you're dealing with, it might affect you a little bit, but it actually helps you on the other side, and you're still standing.
I am.
So there go my little motivational
really
thing
good.
after I got
and you used Elton John.
Right. I wanted to, cater to you a little bit. So anyway, but if you have a comment or anything about the show, you can always call us at 1-888-349-DONI. That's DONI. Okay?
4 letters, DONI.
Yeah. Call us, let us know, or let us know that what we're not doing right. I don't know.
I know, right?
Give us a call.
and also hit us up in social media.
Yes.
At Donnie Jones Live. You can hit us up on Facebook or on YouTube or
and actually
Instagram.
Like or subscribe.
Yeah, like or subscribe.
Right.
Like or subscribe. Like us on Facebook. Like us on... What do they do on Instagram? What do you do on Instagram? You like on Instagram.
You like all of it.
And then subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yeah. Donnie Jones Live. D-O-N-I.
So whenever
Jones
a new one
Live.
comes up, that I think it notifies you, stuff like that. I'm telling my age because I don't
know.
You know, we have a group, a company, because it's a team of us that does this. So
yes.
You know, in that company, they just tell us what to say.
They tell us what to do and what to say.
So just
it was so funny. I'm gonna see if I have time to say this.
Mm-hmm.
They told me, now I'm a certain age, and the person that I was trying to get a video of was a certain age yesterday. So our media people said that we need to get some more shots or some more video of our customers. So I'm standing up there and I'm trying to find the little thing on the phone to take the video, but I had accidentally flipped the camera on selfie.
Oh wow!
And so he's just talking, and he's like 70 years old, and he just keeps going. I was like, well, let me flip the screen first. He didn't hear me say that, just kept going. So I flipped it and said, could you do it over? And he was like, well, what's wrong? I was like, well, it was on a selfie. And he goes, oh, you want a selfie? And I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's why we need to stick to what we do best. You know, just stay here. But anyway, give us a call, 1-888-349-DONNIE.
Donnie, D-O-N-I.
We'll be right back.
Yeah. Welcome back to Donnie Jones Live. I'm Donnie the Tree Lady.
And I am that guy, Marty McFly.
Yes, fly.
I'm trying, but you know what, Donnie? You're fly today.
I am.
You know,
actually, no,
you fly a lot of times. I don't need to give you credit for that because I see you put your little makeup on.
You know what? I'm trying,
Put
Marty.
your little twist in your hair. You twist your own hair up and stuff like.
I didn't do good at the top though, so it's still a little frizzy at the top. So y'all not catch me like this. Just catch me like that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Now, did you twist your hair up to like for convenience? Because I've heard that my wife used to have locks, and she just said she did that because she didn't want to get up and do her hair all the time. So
no, I actually did it because, well, it is convenience, but honestly, I just like the way they look, and it's because my hair grows fast. You know, it was just something I wanted to do. So that way, I don't really have to do much to it. I go to sleep, I wake up, and I roll. But, and I must say this, I took that too far. Because you do have to maintenance your stuff. Yeah. You know, it was like I got to one point. I even think you said something. You're like, so are you going to do something with your hair, Donnie? Yeah. And in my mind, I'm like, what?
It
looks fine.
Garden with some grass growing in it. You know, you got your corn stalks, but you got a whole lot of grass on the bottom.
Yeah, a lot of grass growing at the top. But I want to say something to you.
Okay.
You've been handling your business too. You got your little curls rocking, got a little oil in your hair.
Let me explain. I was going to get my hair cut yesterday. But I got into a car accident. So
but your hair looks nice though.
This is what I do when my hair is too long.
Okay.
I put some hot water on it, put some Vaseline, and just brush it back. That's all I can do. I'm saying
I ain't got nothing to say.
What?
Because you be trying to take my black car all the time, and do you know that's exactly what my dad does? He's got curly hair like yours too. And you know why he can do that? That little water with the Vaseline stuff? Yeah. Because there's a little something in his bloodline that makes his hair wavy like that.
I ain't got no problem with that.
Okay, I'm just saying, because you always trying to snatch somebody's black car.
Oh, no.
And y'all should see this man right here. All this little wavy
but see,
stuff
I've been doing this for years because
my dad is 80.
Right. I'm saying this is black hair, just relaxed.
But remember, my dad is also that guy, you know, because he's Muslim, and he's very pro-black this, pro-black that, and I'm like looking at him going, you need to be a little bit more inclusive because something in your bloodline is definitely inclusive.
Well, you know, I think it's something in everybody's bloodline that, you know.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
nobody's 100%.
You know what? Because coming up in the Nation of Islam, the guys that were the most hardcore were the light-skinned ones. The dark ones, they was kind of cool. No, seriously, it was like they had something to prove. You know, like, I'm black enough.
Wait, what year was a light-skinned brother a threat? When has that ever been?
You're not a threat. But what I'm saying is they were the ones that were like trying to be the hardest. And it was just like, dude, don't try so hard.
No.
Yes. I grew up in it.
Look, I know I am a light-skinned person, and we at Target because they want to make us pink. Because like if we slap you, you turn pink real quick.
Well, you guys were easier to fight. Though,
yeah,
because you're kind of weak and soft.
I ain't gonna say that. So, we just always look like we lost the fight because you can see us a lot. You can see our bruises a lot quicker. You know, that's the thing. But no, We don't intimidate. Like DeBarge ever intimidated somebody?
No, you didn't intimidate. But what I'm saying is, like, they were the ones that were always in the meetings, speaking up the loudest, saying what we should do as a community and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They were trying to be the active, right?
Oh yeah, but that ain't being
look
hard.
at Farrakhan.
That ain't being hard.
Come on, well, you know.
That's a different thing. No, being hard.
What would you call it?
That's just trying to be, I guess, pro-black. Or just trying to be.
Like they were the ones that was trying to be the most be seen, right?
Yeah, but that ain't being hard.
And a lot of the leadership back in the day, that they were really light-skinned, mixed-looking dudes.
That's different. I'm saying if you.
I mean, they weren't trying to be on the front line and fight.
No,
they put the dark ones on the front.
We don't do that. No, we run and get help. No, we don't fight. I don't think I've ever. You know what? Actually, I don't think I've ever really been in a real fight in my entire life.
Okay.
I hit and ran a few times. But I don't think I've ever been to.
Okay, before I cut you off, what I basically was meaning to say was that you look nice. You've been really taking care of yourself, and I wanted to acknowledge you for that.
Yeah, I've seen some of these early videos. I saw them earlier shows, and like, no, bro, you got to do better.
Yeah. So what's going on in the news before we wrap up? What else is going on in the news? Because we didn't get a chance to talk about a current event because we got all off into my current event.
Right. And you was excited to talk about Trump and how you like what he was doing.
No, I didn't. No.
You know, I almost got into a fight. You know what?
Marty.
I ain't going to say a fight.
You're not going to put my name. I already got slandered because somebody out there. I do not support 45 at all. I do not support Trump. I'm saying as a business person, and as a salesperson, he understands how to manipulate the media.
You know what?
To get what he wants.
I went to a cookout.
He's smart.
Saturday.
What?
And this was the first time, and I went to a cookout with my wife, and there was some people that I didn't know.
Right.
And there was a true African American there that was a Trump supporter. And I'm serious. And it's
got one better than that. I got a gentleman that works for me who I love dearly. He's been with me for years. He supports him, like wholeheartedly. Now, not like kind of supports him, like everything he does is all right with him.
And I ain't even gonna say the church, but this is a true church here. They said they found out some people actually voted for Trump in their congregation, and they asked them to leave. Just like we don't
you
like.
You can't do that though. You can't.
What?
No,
I can't.
We're a free country, dude. You should be. Even though I don't agree with the politics.
Well, my thing is, don't ask, don't tell. You know. Don't let me know that you voted for him, because now if I know that you think that way, then you could think like.
But remember when I went through this at my church, it was hard.
That wasn't at my church, and it ain't no church around.
Yeah, I actually and I in a way I feel like I shouldn't have now looking back, but I actually resigned from the children's ministry because I was aware that behind the scenes that a lot of the people in the leadership voted for this guy.
See.
Yeah, and that kind of it really rubbed me the wrong way because you have a community of people that are serving a lot of kids of color, but then you're gonna and not only kids of color, but kids that are Latino, and some of them are immigrants, and then you're gonna support policies that are detrimental to their well-being. I felt it was hypocritical. But looking back, I wish I would have just voiced my opinions and not. Ministry for the kids.
They would have just let you go.
How you gonna fire somebody out of a volunteer position?
I fire some people who volunteer. I work at a church.
But you know what they probably would have? They probably would have. You know why? Down. Because I'm very liberal. I'm pro LGBTQ. I speak up against. I speak up for. Immigration rights, and I speak up for women's rights.
That lady, that elder up there, she need to die too.
That was a different situation. She was messing with my baby.
Still so anyway, tell an old lady that you need to die,
dude. So finish what you were saying.
I forgot. You just keep cutting me off.
You're making things soft right now. We got to finish strong.
I always finish strong. I try my best to. Even in the pulpit, I try the best to pull something out the end.
What do you have going on this Sunday?
You gonna ask me that?
Yes,
I don't know.
Absolutely.
Well, you know what? This is gonna be a first Sunday, a communion Sunday. We'll say like that. And usually on this Sunday, I have a jazz band that is called the Nelson Street Band that comes out, saxophone player, keyboardist, and the whole 9 yard. And they just kind of jam, and we do service like that. Try to mix it up a little bit.
That's cool.
Try to do
very,
something
very
different,
cool.
right? I'm always interested in just trying to do something different each Sunday.
Yeah.
We wanted to do it outside, but bad neighborhood. People with loud cars.
Don't say that. You're not in a bad neighborhood. I don't think you are.
People in my neighborhood got loud cars when they drive by.
Oh,
so when you try to have church outside, and the
but
car
not on a Sunday.
Okay, Donnie.
Yeah.
if you're having church outside and see on my side of town, you got people that have those cars that, you ask them, can you cut your car down a little bit when you drive by? Not your radio car. So I'm saying you can't have it out there because I try to pray and they just drive me out all the time. So in that aspect, we decided to just keep it in, and then the weather's starting to change too. But doing different things. That's one thing that with churches, I believe that you got to reinvent the wheel as much as you possibly can. So if I'm having
I'm sitting here speechless, right?
I know you are.
I am really sitting here.
What? These are things you think about,
Because you always say on your side of town as if I'm...
We live on two different sides of town.
We do live on two different sides of town.
Look, I got embarrassed driving my truck before I got my new one. I was embarrassed driving my vehicle in your side of town.
Why?
Because I saw all the other vehicles that did not look like...
Marty, your vehicle, you talking about your gray car? It was fine.
My Durango.
Yeah,
okay.
It was fine. It was functioning and it was fine.
Look.
And people always think that people judge people on my side of town. There is no my side of town. This is all Atlanta. However, where I live may be considered the more affluent part of town, but I'm over there and I'm a normal person.
Yeah, you classify yourself as a normal person.
Exactly.
Everybody lives like this, don't they? Right. I'm serious. I'm saying you see Porsches, you see, I'm saying, put it like this. All the cars over there were made after like 2016.
Mine's is a 2012.
Yours, you can plug yours up to a wall, can't you?
My Toyota, no, my Toyota's a 2017.
Okay.
But my other car.
And then the other one.
The other car is not.
Yeah, and then the other one.
The other car is
yeah. But y'all get what I'm saying, right? She got like 5-6 cars to pick from. Which car did you plug up last night? Like they cars, like they toys in a sense. Well, can you get that one off the charger? I want to work that one today. Okay? That's why I say we live in two different kind of worlds.
My family car is not a plug-up car. Okay? My family car.
Just your work car is the plug-up.
It's not even a plug-up. It's a hybrid.
Okay.
It's a hybrid. And a lot of people drive hybrids now. It's like a thing because we're trying to do something to help the environment, and it also cuts costs and,
Okay.
And it kind of...
Yeah. I want to live your life. I want to be on that side, And I should say it like this. You inspire me to be a great entrepreneur, that I can have multiple cars that I can plug into and I can cuss people out, at the church and just live life freely.
I did not curse somebody out of the church.
Well, you can
we are not going back to this story again. We're not going back to this story again. Put it like this, guys, and call in if you feel the same way. Mm-hmm. Call in to 866-349-DONI, DONI, and let me know if somebody messed with your kid, what would you do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we should have asked that lady on the show last week who manages all the kids when we was like, it's not the kids, it's usually the parents.
Right. Well, this was a parent. There was an older lady that
No,
did it.
you was the parent. She was just the older lady.
I was a parent that was speaking.
Can you ask your daughter to stop playing the piano?
Yes.
You need to die. Don't talk to my daughter like that.
I did not.
Anyway,
it didn't go like that.
We'll finish it next week.
We're done. Bye.
You can't get mad at me.
I'm mad at you now.
You're listening to Donnie Jones Live with Donnie Jones.
The normal, regular person that has a lot of goals and aspirations.
Yeah.
And hopefully can use her life to inspire others as she grows and learns from her own mistakes. And Marty.
And just FYI, if you do bring back an earring, she will compensate you. All right. We'll see you next week, all right?
Am I missing an earring?
No, we're talking about that girl.
Okay.
Bye.
Donnie Jones Live. Bye-bye.